Lady Gaga, born Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta, is an American songwriter, singer, actress, philanthropist, dancer, and fashion designer. Gaga was able to sing and play the piano from a young age. She attended the Convent of the Sacred Heart from age 11, where she was bullied for her appearance and eccentric habits. By age 14, Gaga was performing at open mic nights in clubs and bars. By age 17, she had gained early admission to New York University's Tisch School of the Arts. In addition to sharpening her songwriting skills, she composed essays and analytical papers on art, religion, social issues, and politics. At the age of 19, Gaga withdrew from her studies and moved out of her parents' home in order to pursue a musical career. During this time, she started a band which began to gain local attention.
A talent scout, Rob Fusari, who was responsible for her stage name, Gaga, signed her to Def Jam Records in 2006, although she was then dropped 3 months later. After a performance at Lollapalooza Festival in 2007, Gaga was signed to Streamline Records, as well as subsequently struck a music publishing deal with Sony ATV. As a result, she was hired to write songs for Britney Spears and label mates New Kids on the Block, Fergie, and the Pussycat Dolls. In 2008, Gaga released her first album, The Fame, to lukewarm radio play. Gaga toured around Europe and in gay clubs in the US to promote the album. However, it was not until her first hit, Just Dance, came to mainstream attention in 2009 that Gaga exploded onto the music scene. Since then, Gaga has gained numerous awards and nominations for a string of hits. During this time, Gaga came under increased public and critical scrutiny for her eccentric and often bizarre style choices. In 2011, Gaga released her second full-length album, Born This Way. The album was received vastly more critically than her previous two for touching on themes of politics, sexuality, and religion. Despite this, the album's songs were praised critically, and Born This Way sold 1.108 million copies in its first week in the US, debuting atop the Billboard 200 and topping the charts in more than 20 other countries. In addition to exceeding 8 million copies in worldwide sales, Born This Way received 3 Grammy Award nominations, including her third consecutive for Album of the Year. In March 2012, Gaga was ranked 4th on Billboard's list of top moneymakers of 2011, grossing $25,353,039, which included sales from Born This Way and her Monster Ball tour.
Born This Way is about loving ourselves for who we are and embracing the differences that make us an individual by mentioning different ethnicities alongside their pejoratives. Moreover, in the first verse, she uses a dialogue with her mother talking about how growing up she always felt like an outcast, touching upon her participatory leadership style. In the bridge of her song, she directly mentions the LGBTQ community, a cause that she has advocated for from the beginning of her career, touching upon her transformational qualities as a leader. Her latest single, The Cure, speaks to her transformative leadership because this song is about Gaga's unconditional love for her fans and the desire to be there for them when no one else is. Gaga wants to be her fans' biggest inspiration the same way that they are to her. One of the reasons that Gaga's fans are so fiercely loyal is because of her and her fans' shared experiences of hopelessness, loneliness, and feeling out of place. This shows participatory leadership because while Gaga's love for her fans helps to heal them, her fans' love for her consequently helps to heal her.
Lady Gaga's style plays as one of her biggest strengths in Hollywood, allowing her to truly stand out among the crowd. Her unique style in music, fashion, image, story, and empowerment has created loyal fans and has empowered others to take action. She stays true to her authentic, original self and is able to consistently give her fans what they want. She's not afraid of what others think and doesn't care if they disapprove. She is confident in leading herself and her fans to pursue self-love and self-authenticity. It is clear that one of the strengths Gaga possesses is ambition, which shows as her being driven and focused, a maximizer and an activator, competitive and inspiring. Perhaps Gaga has truly used her past negative experiences to mobilize and empower her creativity and inspire others, so much so that her fan base is so fiercely loyal to the point where she is the mother monster to them. Another clear strength of Lady Gaga is her originality, as she is creative, has strong beliefs, is authentic, works to transform significance, and is very passionate about what she does. In fact, creativity and innovation are the cornerstone of her success and are visible in all aspects of her persona. She is constantly pushing the boundaries of fashion. For example, at the Grammys, she confined herself to a plastic egg for over 24 hours, stayed there to walk the red carpet, only emerging during her performance of Born This Way. Other fashion statements include a meat dress and constantly different wigs. Aside from her original fashion, she brings her creativity into her performances and on her tours. On her Joanne tour, she had a piano that shot lasers with circular stages accompanying the main stage that rotated across the arena floor. Her Super Bowl performance had drones made to look like stars in the shape of an American flag as she started the performance harnessed on top of the arena, then jumped off to reach the stage. However, with all of these strengths of style come with their accompanying shadows. With her ambition comes the shadow of overachieving. She needs to be admired. She identifies with achievement and is very overworked. Gaga is always working on some sort of project, whether it is her music, acting, her activism, or her foundation, etc., to the point where she has become physically debilitated. She suffers from chronic pain that stems from a previous injury, a torn cartilage in her hip. She was injured during the Born This Way tour because of the explosive nature of her performances and the amount of them. This forced her to cancel and reschedule tour dates and other public engagements. With originality, she has obtained the shadow of alienation. She's oversensitive to criticism, identifies with wounds, and disdains convention. Lady Gaga tends to place herself as the victim of countless problems. Other people have taken note of this as one of her biggest criticisms. She always casts herself in a place where she feels like she's constantly trying to win the respect and acclaim of her peers and the public. It is evident that Lady Gaga is constantly pushing herself to maintain her originality, and her ambition is in her nature. We saw that she did choose to do the right thing for her health and set her overachievement aside by canceling her tour. We will see how Gaga continues to work on these shadows throughout her career.
Lady Gaga reminds us of a key principle in leadership. It's not about you. The meat dress, colorful outfits, as well as her other attention-grabbing stunts involve purposeful action. She aims to support a cause, speak out against an injustice, or give a voice to those who might not otherwise be heard.